WKRG News 5.
The Blue Angels crew and Fat Albert are making the long trip home to bring their fallen brother to his family after Thursday's tragic accident.
More showers and storms are expected tomorrow, but we have our eyes on the tropics as well. Details coming up in your forecast.
Plus, a business goes up in flames in Gulf Shores. Hear how firefighters were battling more than just the fire. And the world reflects on the life of the greatest. Muhammad Ali passes away at the age of 74.
From WKRG News 5, the Gulf Coast news leader. The news starts now.
Good evening, I'm Ashley Knight. Thanks for joining us. First on 5, strong storms battering the Gulf Coast last night and on through today. When can we see a break in the weather? Here to tell us is meteorologist Thomas Gieboy.
Well, we're going to see little breaks in the weather for just a little bit, but not going to last that long. Just that time-lapse showing just on and off showers throughout most of the day. Right now in downtown Mobile and Midtown Mobile, everything is nice and quiet, but if you look closely, you can see kind of a little bit of a fog layer, so be a little extra careful if you're headed out. So if you're not seeing any rain showers, you might be encountering some fog. Reason being, you have the temperature and the dew point so close together, it means the air is saturated, dew point at 71 and our temperature at 72, so those two are basically bouncing off of each other. But Pensacola set a record this afternoon with the amount of rainfall, 2.84 inches of rain, old record by more than an inch, and that breaks a record of 116 years. So very impressive in Pensacola, and unfortunately more rain is on the way. See this large swath of rain near New Orleans that continues to move up, but as we move closer to the tropics, we have our eyes on Invest 93L, so we'll have to continue to watch that very closely. But your first forecast throughout the next 14 hours, more rain chances expected, but we'll delve more into the tropics in your forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Thomas. Following Thursday's tragic accident in Smyrna, Tennessee, that claimed the life of Marine Corps Captain Jeff Coos, his body is finally making its way home to NAS Pensacola. But first, his body will be taken to Dover Air Force Base in Delaware before it's handed over to his family. The procession carrying the remains of Captain Jeff Coos drove through Smyrna, Tennessee this morning before being boarded onto the C-130 jet, affectionately known as Fat Albert. It will first head toward Dover Air Force Base in Delaware before returning home to NAS Pensacola to deliver Coos to his family. The crash that ended his life happened Thursday during a routine practice ahead of an air show that evening in Tennessee. Those living near NAS Pensacola feel the pain of loss.
This is just such a tragedy and such a young pilot, and we'll stand with them no matter what.
Losing him and part of that family is tough on everybody and everybody in this community.
He embodied and inspired in all of us an incredible spirit of compassion, courage, and resiliency. And those characteristics are what the Blue Angels will harness as we move forward.
Blue Angels flight leader Commander Ryan Bernacchi addressed the crowd before leaving Tennessee Friday.
We've been overwhelmed by the outpouring of support and love this nation has shown the Blue Angels. We appreciate all the thoughts and prayers from the community of Smyrna, as well as throughout the world.
Through the clouds, in video you'll see only on News 5, we captured this pair of the Blues as they pierced their way through the Gulf Coast skies on their way home yesterday, not knowing when we'll see them fly again.
On behalf of the Blue Angels, thank you.
The Blues have suspended their season for the time being as they deal with this tragedy. No word yet on if there will be a homecoming show in July. Well, in Mobile, a car crashed into a local business this afternoon. It happened at the Sonic Drive-In on Spring Hill Avenue. 2 employees were taken to the hospital with injuries, but according to police, they are non-life-threatening. The driver hit the building and then backed out. No word yet on if he will face charges. A massive fire destroyed a furniture store in Gulf Shores this afternoon. As News 5's Pat Peterson reports, firefighters from multiple agencies were called and crews battled more than just smoke and flames.
The fire at Beachside Furniture and Interiors on Highway 59 was powerful. Flames ripped through the roof of the building and tore through walls. Smoke could be seen for miles. Clouds of ash and soot turned the sunny afternoon sky into a layer of darkness blacker than midnight.
It's pretty mind-blowing. I mean, I haven't seen that big of a fire in a long time.
The fire overpowered the first crew responding from Gulf Shores. Urgent calls for backup went out to Foley, Oyster Bay, and Orange Beach.
This is a furniture store packed with all types of different materials that are hydrocarbon based, and they catch on fire, they burn quick, and it's a cliche, it is a hotter fire than normal, and it was moving quick.
Crews battled more than just the fire. The hot and humid June afternoon made fighting the fire even more dangerous.
So we're having to rotate our crews through to make sure they're hydrated and make sure that they don't get overheated and pass out, because you have the heat and the humidity, and you have the fire heat plus all the gear they're wearing. It gets pretty warm inside the gear. You can easily raise your core body temperature well above safe ranges in just a matter of minutes, which is why we try to let them work 5 or 6 minutes and rotate them when they're in this type of condition as soon as we have people available.
I can feel the heat from here. I mean, I'm still feeling it. I mean, the smoke, everything, it was crazy.
The intensity of this heat coming off the building that is on fire is crazy. I guarantee you it's at least 40 degrees hotter in front of this building.
Highway 59 was shut down in both directions. Traffic was backed up for miles for much of the afternoon. On the Baldwin County beat, Pat Peterson, News 5.
Now, fortunately, no injuries were reported. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. A News 5 crime alert now. A shooting last night in Mobile sent a 20-year-old man to the hospital. It happened shortly after 10 last night. Witnesses reported hearing several shots before finding a car riddled with bullet holes in front of Crawford Murphy Park on South Ann Street. The victim was taken to a local hospital where he remains in critical condition. No word on an arrest in the case. Another shooting last night in Mobile. 2 people were shot. One of them is dead after a family dispute got way out of control. The person you see here on the stretcher is said to be the shooter who fired that fatal shot. It happened around 5 yesterday afternoon on Morningside Drive, which is near Hank Aaron Stadium. An extremely controversial development could be coming to Midtown Mobile. The Planning Commission has approved the design plan for a Publix and a shopping center, but it still has to go through City Council for a final approval. News 5's Allison Spann spoke with the mayor about the development and what it could mean for Midtown.
Midtown Mobile, a quaint residential section of town, is about to experience some changes as the site of the old Augusta Evans School turns into this.
It's exciting because you could look in a certain geographical area and say it's somewhat of a little bit of a food desert in that area.
This is the final design, a public supermarket surrounded by a shopping center. Mobile's Planning Commission approved the proposal on Thursday afternoon.
Applicant is approved.
But the decision wasn't made without controversy, and not everyone is excited.
It does not enhance neighborhoods and surroundings.
The Mobile Midtown movement is not some fringe group of wackos and crazy cat ladies organized to oppose this development.
Residents who oppose the developer's site plan say it doesn't follow the guidelines of Map for Mobile.
I don't think anyone that worked on the Map for Mobile saw it as the mechanism to pave over the hearts of our neighborhoods with massive parking lots, more strip malls, and drive-thrus.
However, the developer believes he worked hard to address the residents' concerns.
He let the community pick the brick color, the architectural designs. We've been to community meetings. He's even gone door to door in these neighborhoods.
And Mayor Stimson says that as far as the Map for Mobile goes, it's going to take time for it to take effect.
The Map for Mobile, although it's been adopted, the zoning laws have not, and changes in zoning haven't taken place, and it'll take a 2-year process before all those codes are addressed.
Now, while the Planning Commission has approved the development, it still has to go through City Council for a final approval. For now, reporting in Mobile, Allison Spann, News 5.
A representative of the developer says that the demolition and construction process will begin as soon as the City Council signs off. They estimate the process will take anywhere between 12 and 18 months to complete. One of the most influential athletes of all time, Muhammad Ali, passed away last night at the age of 74. Today, folks around the world are remembering his tremendous feats in the ring, but also his contributions to the world long after his last fight. CBS News' Brooke Silva Braga has more on the greatest.
Tributes to Muhammad Ali's extraordinary life came from all corners.
A champion in the ring, a hero beyond the ring.
Paul McCartney remembered a beautiful, gentle man with a great sense of humor. Michael J. Fox, who also battles Parkinson's, called him a warrior for the cure. His daughter mourned the loss of a humble mountain.
Here at Madison Square Garden, where Ali had 2 epic fights with Joe Frazier, the sign honors him simply as the greatest.
Fellow heavyweight George Foreman told CBS's 48 Hours what it was like to trade punches with Ali.
He'd get into the ring, and you weren't fighting a boxer. You weren't fighting a slugger. You were having to contend with the presence of one of the greatest human beings that I've ever met in my life.
In a statement, President Obama called Ali a man who fought for us. He stood with King and Mandela, stood up when it was hard, spoke out when others wouldn't.
He started as one of the most despised and hated men in the country. And our children need to know the real story. Everybody was not on Ali's side.
Basketball great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who also faced criticism for his conversion to Islam, counted Ali as a mentor. "I may be 7'2", he wrote, but I never felt taller than when standing in his shadow." Brooke Silva Braga for CBS News, New York.
The funeral for Muhammad Ali will be next Friday. Former President Bill Clinton, Billy Crystal, and Bryant Gumbel will offer the eulogy. Coming up, by foot, by water, and by wheel, these athletes hope to make a grand finale and raise some money at the same time. Details are next. Plus, the health department made a lot of folks boiling mad when they clamped down on a popular downtown practice. Can a compromise be worked out? We'll tell you after the break.
Who's your favorite person on News 5 this morning?
Bill Riles, what do you think of him?
Definitely Bill Riles.
Bill Riles, good guy.
I really like John Nodar.
That John Nodar, he's sharp, isn't he?
Very sharp. I watch him every morning.
It keeps you up to date, right?
Yes, it does. It does. Tell me how to plan my day.
What about the morning crew?
I love the morning crew.
It helps just get our day started on the right track.
And Jessica Taloni?
Really warm, really engaging.
Well, she's good looking.
She's better looking than you.
Watch News 5 this morning, weekdays beginning at 5 a.m.
I just heard my favorite fries are now only $1. Like I needed another reason to want that seasoned, crispy goodness. Small, medium, or large fries, only $1, but not for long. Checkers and Rallies. Fast foodies know the deal.
Meet Jack. He's your racing pro. Meet Matt. He's your sports pro. This is Reed. He's your hometown pro for all your home's concrete. Do you have sunken or uneven concrete sidewalks or driveways? AFS Foundation and Waterproofing Specialist can raise your concrete back to level. Poly Level is half the cost of replacement, and you can use your concrete right away. Call AFS for your free estimate today. AFS, your hometown pros.
Don't pay, don't final, go Rhino Shield.
We went with Rhino Shield for several reasons. Number one, the value of the product, the lastability of the product.
We don't have to worry about cracking and chipping and peeling. We're very, very pleased with the results.
Rhino Shield is not paint. It's a revolutionary ceramic coating system that's designed to eliminate the ongoing expensive exterior maintenance. With Rhino Shield, you'll never have to paint your home again.
I don't know how they make that stuff, but it works.
Rhino Shield.
So every Hyundai SUV offers a hands-free smart liftgate, not the forward foot wiggle thing.
Yes, indeed. The Tucson, Santa Fe Sport, 3-row Santa Fe, all backed by America's Best warranty.
Great, because my hands are about to be full.
Oh, congratulations.
On what? I'm telling him tonight.
Now lease the 2016 Tucson for just $199 a month.
Twins.
Say what now? Visit buyhyundai.com.
Summertime's here, dude. Time for some tasty waves. Not those waves. What? Sound waves from Ken's cartoons. Go ahead, bro. Rock the boat. And if you want to land the big one, Ken's got you covered. Check out these great brands: Garmin, Lowrance, Ray Marine, Kicker, Fusion, JL Audio, and more. You don't need a boatload of cash to have a boatload of fun, dude. It's Ken's Boat Tunes. It's Ken's cartoons, dude. And they do it all. Whoa.
Must be my lucky day.
He's a metahuman named Sandino.
The whole naming the bad guys thing, that's my thing, so.
Tuesday at 7 on the CW55.
This new Rallies and Checkers strawberry smoothie is perfect for air conditioning my insides. That's heat-busting goodness for a super chill price. Introducing fruit and cream smoothies and Kool-Aid slushies. Rallies and Checkers. Fast foodies know the deal.
Stay cozy with Train equipment from the professionals at Baldwin Heating and Air Conditioning.
Welcome back. While some people dodged showers today, the Grandman Triathlon steered clear of strong weather this morning. As News 5's Chad Petrie reports, it was a humid day for a good cause.
Whether they're in the water, biking uphill, or running to the finish line, more than 700 men and women are giving their all in Fairhope.
Pretty tired at the moment. Yeah. Just crossed the line and pretty much exhausted.
Alan Stanfield was the first man to cross that finish line. He just hopes he made good time.
Felt good. I was hoping to be, so, you know, it takes a lot of work to stay in front of everybody, though, for sure.
Amid the struggle of the race,
Way to go! Way to go!
people along the route cheer on family and friends.
Nice job. Nice cranking. Way to go.
Some with cute signs designed to give the people in the water and on the asphalt a little more kick.
We tried to come up with something, original, but I was not that great, so I look on the internet. Yeah, that's how we got those signs.
Some are doing this for themselves. Others have dedicated the race to people they know. David Sharon dedicated his slog over the finish line to late WKRG personality Dick Hilton, who passed away Friday.
He called me 2-3 times a day. For the last 4 or 5 years, he was good friends with my dad. And so I was trying to push it and win it for Pops. And maybe I came in second or third, but I gave it my best shot, Pops.
There are a lot of reasons to have a race, and for the Grand Man, one of the driving factors is tourism.
We do this because we want to see people outside enjoying our beautiful Mobile Bay. We focus on making sure we're reducing sewer spills so you can safely swim in Mobile Bay, run in our beautiful countryside all throughout the city of Fairhope and our beautiful towns, and frankly, spend your money here in this town.
And you can bet a few of those dollars are going to be soggy and wet after a big race. In Fairhope, Chad Petrie, News 5.
Now, the Grandman is a rigorous course that takes more than an hour and a half to finish. One man died last week while training for the event. Race officials said they were sad to learn of the passing of Chris Miller, who died while practicing. This morning in Mobile, people were also running, but it was a little different. It was called Just for the Mud of It. The 5K course was filled with mud and obstacles. Runners had to climb, crawl, swim, go over balance beams, and don't forget it was all in the mud. Course organizers promise it was designed with the average person in mind, and runners seem to have a great time.
Well, this is the second year, and I'm pretty sure that everybody came last year, brought someone else this year, so we almost doubled our numbers, which was our goal, and had a great turnout.
It was a lot of fun. We took our time, we had a great time, played in the mud. It was a lot of fun.
The nonprofit event raised money for the Mobile Police Department SWAT team for new equipment and to send officers to specialized SWAT training schools. The health department's crackdown on crawfish boils has sparked a lot of outrage in Mobile, with many saying this is a case of government overreach. The shutdown of crawfish boils reportedly started after a local restaurant owner contacted Mayor Stimson's assistant and complained about the unsanitary mess the boils cause and how the waste was being dumped down a storm drain. The mayor says his office was simply responding to a complaint made by a local business, and this doesn't mean the end of crawfish boils.
My hope is that those that want to cook crawfish can either find one of two pathways. One is they can buy them somewhere else already cooked and give them away, or they can figure out how that they can cook them themselves. And I just think that that's something that they can be worked through.
As of now, no one is allowed to cook crawfish outside, and local bars say they're already feeling the negative effects of this new rule.
Now, Thomas Skiboy with your first alert weather.
Well, it's the third day of hurricane season, and, well, we're going to be airing our Hurricane Hazard Get Ready special on Monday at 7:30 p.m. Special tips and everything that you need to know getting ready for this upcoming season. And very important to get ready because we've already had our two named storms this season, one being Alex in January and then Bonnie most recently. This is going to be the last update on Bonnie, now a post-tropical cyclone, expected to move well out to sea, so that's going to be a non-issue going forward. But what we are watching really closely is a new area of Invest 93L, an area of thunderstorms just off the Yucatan Peninsula. You can see just off the east coast of the Yucatan Peninsula. The hurricane hunters haven't investigated it yet. They will tomorrow. We'll kind of get a better idea of things going forward in the next 24 hours or so. But the model projections for this potential storm is starting to become pretty consistent. All the models, for the most part, are taking it either to the Big Bend of Florida or just north of the Tampa area. We had an outlier earlier today that was a little bit further west, but now all of them pretty much in agreement that it'll take it through the Big Bend, all the way through the peninsula, and then out to the eastern seaboard. So not going to be that big of a threat here, but it would be the third named storm of the season. It would be Colin. So even though they called for a near average season, we are already approaching our third named storm of the season. Now, I talked about it won't really play that much of a factor here. Now, let me tell you why. There's a big system moving across Texas right now. As that continues to swing, it's going to promote a lot of wind shear, and that's going to kind of kick things out of here. So you can kind of see this little path right here. That's going to be that path of least resistance for that potential tropical cyclone to move that way. But if it does move towards the northern Gulf Coast into our area, it'll have a lot of wind shear to deal with. So good news there, but you do want to stay vigilant. Everything right now in Mobile starting to be relatively quiet. A little bit of rain, cool air sitting at 72 degrees. Pensacola sitting at 80 degrees. They set that record of rainfall, but there is one strong thunderstorm just in the northern portion of Santa Rosa County and Escambia County, Alabama. See, it continues to move off to the north. See these little white dots here? Those are lightning strikes, but just because you don't see much to the south after that, there is still more rain on the way. Zooming things in here, you can see it moving south to north, and then you have this large swath of the showers and thunderstorms that continues to move off to the northeast, so we're not done with the rain just yet. So we take you through the forecast, though, notice, and once we get into tomorrow, we wake up and do it all over again. Another day with about a 60% chance of rain. On Monday, rain chances lower just a little bit, but not by much. But then when we finally get to Tuesday, that's when we'll finally begin to clear things out. But if you're headed to the Gulf of Mexico tomorrow, it is not going to be the best day. Seas 2 feet, not looking like the best day. As for tonight, warm and muggy once again. Showers and thunderstorms possible. 71 degrees overnight low. Tomorrow, 86 degrees. Now, that just depends on how much rain you actually see. Make sure you download WKRG News 5 free weather app for the latest radar, because there is a free radar on there, but the extended outlook showing high rain chances tomorrow, dropping a little bit on Monday, and then Tuesday, that's when we finally begin to clear things out, and that's when the heat comes back.
All right, coming up, there are only a few games left in softball season, and the Tigers and Tide were fighting to stay alive. We'll tell you how they did when we return.
Monday at 7:30, a News 5 special program. Hurricane hazard, get ready. Join the First Alert Storm Team as we help you prepare for the season. We'll cover our past, the current state of forecasting, evacuation contraflow, insurance rules, pet tips, and we'll separate fact from myth. That's Monday evening at 7:30 on News 5.
Get the most accurate forecast with the WKRG News 5's First Alert Storm Team. Weather coverage you can count on.
Buttermilk biscuit, savory sausage, and fluffy eggs. Enjoy the sausage biscuit with egg and crispy golden hash browns for just $2.50 at McDonald's.
These are our sons and daughters, the next generation of us. Invest in your child with College Counts, Alabama's college savings fund. Call or visit collegecounts529.com to obtain the enrollment kit, which describes investment objectives, risks, and costs. Check with your home state to learn if it offers tax or other benefits for investing in its own 529 plan. Invest in what's next.
Are your dentures made by your dentist? At Baldwin Denture Center, they are. Our on-site lab allows Dr. Hansen and his staff to be involved through every step of making your dentures, providing you quality same-day denture services at prices you can afford. For fast, affordable care, call Baldwin Denture Center.
There's plenty to do in and around the Gulf Coast, and Gary Finch is your guide to all that is going on in the southern outdoors. From saltwater fishing to inland hunting, you'll find plenty of outdoor action and information on Gary Finch Outdoors. Watch Sunday mornings at 5:30 on WKRG News 5.
Hey, there's a lot going on in your neighborhood and a lot to talk about. Get on the WKRG Facebook fan page, click the like button, get in on the conversation, and get local news in your newsfeed.
No matter the event or occasion, we've got the designers to help you perfect the look.
Don't let dust and allergies get between you and life's beautiful moments. With Flonase Allergy Relief, they won't. When we breathe in allergens, our bodies react by overproducing 6 key inflammatory substances that cause our symptoms. Most allergy pills only control one substance. Flonase controls 6. And 6 is greater than 1. Flonase outperforms the #1 non-drowsy allergy pill. So you can seize those moments wherever you find them. Flonase 6 is greater than 1 changes everything.
This tradition definitely started with the honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich. Me and my friends always went to Whataburger. We started putting out flyers saying Whataburger Social. Meet in the lobby, and it just started becoming a big thing. I'm all about the honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich. It's got that barbecue flavor, the cheese melts on top. It's my go-to sandwich. My best memory was trying to get everybody in the pictures. One week it was 8, 15, 24. We got up to 65 people. This tradition's all about good food, fun, and honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich.
Hey, Hard, what's this? That's my resignation. You're resigning? Why? You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit. Oh, I forgot. I'll do better. Please don't quit on me.
Don't let your heart quit on you. Get your uncontrolled high blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late.
Now, News 5 Sports.
The Women's College World Series is in full swing, and for the Auburn Tigers, their winning ways continue. After winning the SEC, fans had high hopes for the Tigers, and so far they are living up to the hype. Today against Georgia, the Tigers were down 2 going into the final inning when they rattled off 3 runs to take the lead and put the pressure on the Bulldogs. Strong pitching from Rachel Walters carried the Tigers late and secured the 4-3 win. Auburn is now 1 win away from the championship series. They play again tomorrow at 6. For the Alabama Crimson Tide, their season came to an end this afternoon against LSU. The Tide got behind early and were trailing by 5 runs in the 4th inning. Alabama scored 3 in the 6th inning, but LSU shut them down in the 7th to win the game 6-4. This is the 2nd year in a row the Tigers have ended Alabama's season. After dropping a game last night to Southern Miss, the South Alabama Jaguars were fighting to stay alive in the NCAA regional tournament. Today, they took on Alabama State in an elimination game in Tallahassee. It was a close game heading into the 8th inning where it was all tied at 3. Then the Jags exploded for 3 runs to the lead. Pitcher Randy Bell tossed a complete game and secured the 6-3 win for South. The Jags will play Florida State tomorrow morning, and if they win, they'll play again tomorrow night in hopes of forcing a championship game on Monday. The racing world is testing their luck this weekend at the Tricky Triangle. But yesterday, the ARCA Racing Series got their turn, and a local favorite was able to capture the checkered flag. Fairhope's Grant Enfinger outlasted the competition and held on for the win. Enfinger led the last 17 laps of the 80-lap race. Enfinger was the ARCA Series champion last year, and this was the first race of the season in the circuit. Mobile's Thomas Prater finished 20th. And in Mobile today, people were kicking each other for a title. It was the 28th annual U.S. Open Martial Arts Fighting Challenge for K-Warriors. The event highlighted the Sanshu fighting style, which started in Mobile over 2 decades ago. The tournament was for all ages, but tonight's main event was designed to search for future professional competitors. A last look at your weather just ahead. We'll be right back.
Call 877-611-FAST.
Yeah, love that speedy cash.
If you're injured in a car accident, your whole life can come apart. There are a lot of pieces to deal with after a car accident. Medical bills, insurance, even your job. At Long & Long, we want to help you put the pieces back together. We're a family-run law firm. When working on your case, your family too. If you're hurt in an accident, call us at 432-HURT.
We'll protect you like family.
When hurt in a car accident, don't wait long. Call Long & Long Local Injury Lawyers at 432-HURT.
My name is Amanda, and I smoked while I was pregnant. My baby was born 2 months early and weighed only 3 pounds. This is the view I had of her in the NICU. My tip to you is speak into the opening so your baby can hear you better.
Find 3 ways to quit at tobaccofreeflorida.com. Call, click, or come in.
Welcome to our Minute with Children's. I'm here with Suzanne Blocker. She is the supervisor of speech and language pathology here at Children's of Alabama, and I wanted her to talk to us about the 1-3-6 rule and the philosophy behind it. So if you will, share with us.
The philosophy is that early intervention is extremely important in identifying children as early as possible so you give them the best start that they can. At 1 month of age, all children should be screened for possible hearing loss. At 3 months of age, permanent losses are identified. At 6 months of age, any permanent loss is treated with amplification and a therapy plan.
If parents are watching this and they suspect that their child may have speech or language delay, should they see you?
Yes, definitely. They should come to us. They should initially talk with their primary care physician, ask for a referral to us. We'd be glad to see them here by a speech language pathologist or an audiologist for treatment and follow-up.
And their website is childrensal.org.
Bring on the competition. A fistful of crayons and a forecast full of yuck. Bring on soccer balls, winter blues, and barbecues. Bring it all on. You've got durable, affordable Olympic on your team. Bring on the competition.
Hi, I'm David Green.
And I'm Sheriff Sam Cochran.
We want to encourage you to watch News 5 Scam Busters.
With the help of the Sheriff's Department, WKRG has made a commitment to keep you informed about scams being carried out in our area, online, over the phone, or even at your front door. We provide you with information so you won't be scammed.
Tune in every Wednesday at 6 and 10 p.m. for WKRG News 5 Scam Busters. Brought to you by Green and Phillips Injury Lawyers.
Visit budgetbreaks.com for locations and coupons.
So maybe some of us need this rain, but it was just too much last night with all the thunder and lightning. I didn't like it.
Yeah, some of us need the rain, but nobody ever really needs to see record rainfall like Pensacola did today.
Oh, no.
2 3/4 inches upwards of that. So a lot of rain for Pensacola, but really relatively quiet right now. One very heavy shower moving through Santa Rosa County, but more rain is unfortunately on the way. So tomorrow, almost a carbon copy of what we had today, but starting on Monday, rain chances will finally get a little bit lower, and then the sunshine returns on Tuesday, but it's going to be downright hot outside once again.
At least we'll have the sun.
Yes.
Join Chad and Melissa tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. The newscast runs until 8 o'clock. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.